Tired of the negativity? Looking for a shot of optimism? Well, I have an inspiring story to make you smile right after this. This episode of Misfits and Crackpots is brought to you by Well-Crafted Story. Is your team struggling to communicate your company's value and convert prospects into clients? Well-Crafted Story specializes in corporate storytelling for businesses around the world. Coach Jimmy Hayes Nelson, yours truly, Dr. Danny Brissell, and our expert team will fly to your location to work directly with your people, teaching them how to craft and deliver your company's story in a way that truly resonates and converts. Whether you're preparing for investor pitches, sales presentations, or client meetings, we'll transform how your entire team communicates your mission, vision, and value proposition. Don't let another quarter pass with missed opportunities. Get your free story blueprint today at freestoryguide.com and discover how the right story can become your company's most powerful business tool. That's guide like a tour guide. Your company's success story starts here. Visit freestoryguide.com now. You're just a well-crafted story away from 7 figures. Hello there, my friend, and welcome to Misfits and Crackpots. Short, inspiring stories for busy people. I'm Dr. Danny Brissell. This is a podcast for those interested in extraordinary stories about ordinary people and companies. Consider it your dose of positivity and inspiration for the week. Beverly Sills said, "There are no shortcuts to any place worth going." This week's episode, no problem. They called him No Problem. Need someone to pick up dry cleaning? No problem. Can you edit game footage until 3 a.m.? No problem. Someone has to make a sandwich run? No problem. This was 1995, and the 25-year-old had just returned from playing professional basketball in Germany. His father, a respected NBA marketing executive, helped him land a summer position with a young franchise. After the draft ended, the team offered him a chance to build their video department from scratch. There was one small issue. He knew absolutely nothing about video coordination, editing, or technology. But he wanted to be around basketball. So his answer was simple. No problem. They gave him a converted storage room in the bowels of the old arena. No windows, barely any ventilation. Just a couple of VCRs, some tapes, and a desk. His colleagues started calling it the dungeon. He rarely saw sunlight. Some days he wouldn't even go home to his converted hotel room studio apartment. He'd sleep in the dungeon, breaking down game footage, analyzing defensive schemes, and identifying offensive patterns. While the rest of the city slept, he worked. When coaches needed game tape shipped overnight to road trips, he discovered that the main FedEx office closed too early. So he'd hop in his beat-up Toyota station wagon at 2 a.m. and drive to the cargo terminal at the airport, hand-delivering packages directly to planes. "I just wanted them to know they could count on me for anything," he'd later explain. "Basketball or not, I wanted to be the guy they'd call." His willingness to do the work nobody else wanted became his superpower. As others came and went from the organization, he kept grinding. Video coordinator became advanced scout. Advanced scout became assistant coach. Every promotion earned through midnight oil and relentless preparation. When the team drafted a dynamic young guard in 2003, he took on a special project, fixing the rookie's jump shot. They worked countless hours in empty gyms. He'd physically shove the player while he shot, teaching him to absorb contact. They practiced the same shot fake move hundreds of times. In overtime against Utah that November, the young guard hit the exact shot they'd been practicing for months. The player looked over and smiled. This is working. Years later, when the organization needed a new head coach, the conventional move would have been hiring a former NBA player or a big-name assistant. Instead, they promoted the guy from the dungeon. Many questioned the decision. He had no playing pedigree, no playoff victories as a head coach, nothing traditional that screamed championship coach. Then came the ultimate test, coaching 3 superstars with massive egos and championship expectations. When the team struggled early, critics everywhere questioned whether he belonged. A televised collision with one of his stars sparked a media firestorm. Rumors swirled that he'd lost the locker room. But he'd survived the dungeon. He'd driven to cargo terminals at 2 a.m. He'd earned his position through a decade of grinding when nobody else was watching. A few newspaper articles weren't going to break him. His players recognized something the critics missed. He was always prepared. While they went to dinner, he was breaking down film. While they slept, he was studying opponents. That guard whose jump shot he fixed, he became his greatest ally. The championships followed, multiple titles, sustained excellence, all built on a foundation of invisible work. The coach who rose from video coordinator to the top of the NBA was Eric Spoelstra, and the team he's led since 2008, winning 2 championships and becoming one of the league's most respected organizations, is the Miami Heat. See, friend, inspiration is all around us. You just have to look for it. Thanks for listening. Join us next week for another inspiring story about misfits and crackpots. Misfits and Crackpots is a production of Success Media, produced by Terrence Wishner. Sound effects by Alessandro Lucati, courtesy of Pixabay. Thank you for tuning in. If you loved today's story, there's so much more to explore in the book Misfits and Crackpots by yours truly, Dr. Danny Brissell. Grab your copy now on Amazon and dive deeper into the extraordinary lives of those who dared to change the world. Don't forget to subscribe, leave a review, and share the podcast with fellow misfits who love inspiring stories. See you next time.